4 years later.
Trying to run away from, and that was a flashbang, you guys.
ABC 10 News was there as the tension started during a police brutality protest in La Mesa in 2020. Officers firing tear gas into the crowd, a back and forth between police and protesters that lasted hours. Once nightfall came, looters took over, destroying businesses and even setting some on fire. Tonight, I visited La Mesa's mayor as they look back on what happened 4 years ago today. 4-year anniversary. What are our first reactions from that time, and what lessons do we think we pulled out of that?
The lessons are that the night after, the day after the riots, that the community came out and showed that they weren't going to let that incident necessarily define the community. And so by 5 o'clock in the morning, the next morning, people were out with brooms and trash cans and paint.
How do you feel the city did?
So we had an after-action report. We actually contracted. We weren't prepared for the first one, and the after-action report illustrated that no fault of the police, no city would have been prepared for that. We weren't getting mutual aid because there were other things going on throughout California and throughout the county, but by the time it occurred again in August, just a few months later, we were prepared. So I think we learned many great valuable lessons within the 2 months.
The lessons learned are very important, but when you look back at the images from May 30th, 2020, and you see smashing windows and burning businesses and police spraying protesters, a lot of angry faces, what emotions does that elicit in you?
Well, I was born and raised here, so I've been here my whole life. It was possibly, outside my father passing away, one of the worst things I had ever experienced. You know, there's always going to be people that dwell in the negative and focus on the negative, but they came out the next day and they wanted to help the businesses that had been affected and wanted to do everything they could to show a positive light on something that was so negative.
Talk a little bit about the business impact and the economic impact.
So beyond the riots, we were in the middle of COVID at the time, and so businesses were hurting, families were hurting. I'm a school teacher, students, there wasn't distant learning yet, so everyone was in crisis mode to begin with before this incident occurred. And so the businesses came through, they really needed the support of the public. People came and they helped the businesses, and now just in the area that this took place in the downtown, we still have Sheldon's, we have Johnny B's, we have Surf Rider Pizza. Curbside was in their infancy, and so now they're a booming business and new businesses are coming. And so I think that 4 years past is that we're stronger because the people supported the businesses and they supported the city. And if you were to talk to anybody in La Mesa, yes, this happened and it'll always be remembered, but it doesn't define who we are.